Nothing better than a bed full of beautiful red ripe strawberries. So good with whipped cream. Oh my goodness. We have gotten so many strawberries this year. I'd say we've had at least 5 or 6 pickings to make desserts with, and they have been so good. And you know, I thought seriously about making a strawberry pie for Easter. Super simple recipe, and I think I might just do it. I don't know. I'm thinking I have everything I need to make it. I've got the pie crust, I've got the strawberries. All I need to get is a box of strawberry jello. And you know what? I can just put that on my list to go pick up with my groceries today, and we can have a strawberry pie. Wouldn't that be awesome? Because I have enough strawberries in the refrigerator right now, and there's a few more out here that I've already picked. Have them in my trusty pocket. So I think I'll make a strawberry pie. So many things to be grateful for. You just got to remember that. And look at these luscious, tasty onions. Almost ready to pick. Once these stalks fall down, they fall over. They will bend and just fall over. That means they're ready. And then I can pick I could pick a few early, because I was thinking too, I'm going to make a onion casserole. How many of you have ever had an onion casserole? If you like onions, you'll love an onion casserole. Look at this. Look at this dill. It's beautiful. Dill and strawberry salad. Magnificent. And these tomatoes are just doing great. These are the Kellogg's breakfast tomatoes. They are wonderful, and they're being shaded by these true leaf mammoth gray striped sunflowers. These things are going to be massive. Look at this borage. The borage is going to be awesome. It is an herb, and it has little purple flowers, bluish purple, and the flowers taste like cucumbers. So you can put them in your salads. If you don't have cucumbers, because the bugs won't let you grow cucumbers, you can just grow borage. It's a very drought tolerant. Look at the size of these sunflowers. The heads are reaching to the sky. They're ready to bloom. The blooms are at the top, over my head, and the stink bugs just love them. As you can see, if you can see that big boy right there, they give me the creeps. I don't know if they bite or not. I don't think they do, but I've always heard they were blister bugs and they would bite you and put a blister on you. I don't know if that's true or not, and I don't want to find out. But these sunflowers are massive and beautiful. And then the onions over here, they're starting to be ready to harvest. It's a mess out here. This garden is a total mess, because with my eye surgery, I haven't been able to do much of anything, so I just do what little bit I can. But I need to get out here and harvest these onions as soon as all the tops fall over, and then store them. And I'm going to give some to my daughter Mindy, because I bought them extra so that I could share with her, because she loves onions too. We are an onion family. Don's not so much of an onion guy, but he will tolerate some of it. Doesn't agree with his stomach, but my stomach has no problem with it. Look at these, I call them Job's tears, but they're actually called spiderwort. It's a wild flower here that grows like crazy, and it is totally edible. I've eaten them before. You can put them in your salads. They make beautiful salads. They are totally good. All parts of the plant is edible and probably very good for you, unless you have some kind of allergy. This grapevine here is coming out really good, but our plan is we're going to move it. It's actually 4 vines. We're going to move it because you see how it's taking over the greenhouse. We're gonna build a cattle panel tunnel over here by the chicken run. Right out there, if you can see the chicken run. Right there, we're gonna put the right there, we're gonna put the cattle panel tunnel on the outside right there, and let the grapevine grow all over that. The chickens will love that. That will give them shade in their run. It will also, they can eat some of the grape leaves at the bottom. That's all they'll be able to reach, and it's very good for them. Grape leaves are very good for you. You can eat the leaves as well. You can use them for all kinds of purposes. So that's what we're going to do with that grapevine, because it's just massive. See, it's just taking over. it gets in the way when I'm trying to get strawberries and stuff. It hangs over my head, and I actually trimmed it back in January, but you can't tell, can you? Don put this fence here, so it really limited my space here to walk through this area, because he wants to keep this part open over here so they can get the tractor back here, mow back here, and get all this stuff cleaned up. So many projects all the time. We're thinking about moving a shed that we have. It's a small shed. Used to be a bathroom, actually. We're gonna move it maybe over to this corner and put all the excess things in our house that belong to our granddaughter and our daughter, put it in there, get it out of our house, because our house, we just need the space. And you can see my Mexican sunflowers are just growing like crazy, and these are the kind that are not invasive from what I've heard. It's the yellow ones you got to worry about being invasive. These are repeats from last year. They came up on their own, which is great. I can see why people would think it was invasive, because it does spread seed and come up on its own, but it doesn't take over. You can control it. And those are rutabagas. I don't think they're going to make anything because it's too hot now. And this is my broccolini. Why the leaves are turning yellow, I need to fertilize because they're a heavy feeder. But I've been getting so much broccolini off of here. I've got a batch now. After picking today, I'll have a bigger batch that I can cook for our meal. And I love broccolini more than I do broccoli. It's more tender, more tasty, more buttery. This garden here is not doing so hot this year. This was always my best producer, but this year it has not been doing so good, and I think it's because the soil is pretty much depleted. So we're going to bring compost from our compost bed, which is all aged chicken manure from the chicken pens, and put it all in here. I'm going to dig all this out, put it all in here. Of course, the sweet potatoes, I'll just leave them, let them go. And I'll harvest these carrots and those onions. I got some cilantro, my favorite herb. My brother hates cilantro, but I just love it. I just love the taste of it. So, and I've got some agastache right there, where that, excuse my finger, where the spider wart is. But I'm going to harvest all this stuff out of here and just dig all this down, because it's getting built up too high, actually. Dig it down some and fill it with the compost and start over for next year, next season. I grow in the fall and the summer, fall and spring, because in Florida you can have 2 seasons of growing. Oh, there's a big lizard. And look at this, my what do you call that plant, touch me not, or I can't remember the name of it, but as you can see, I've got dollarweed everywhere, but no fear, dollarweed can be eaten if you have to. But see it? It's the leaves that when you touch them, they fold up. They fold up. You see that? It's wild. I bought this from Plant Place Nursery here in Jacksonville, and it is blooming. It is in the mimosa tree family. I love that. But it came back from last year. The freeze did not get it. I got tons of weeds out here that I got to get out. But you know, I can't. I better stand up. I'm not supposed to be bending down like this. I'm squatting, actually, but it hurts the knee. Hey, Gracie. Good morning, girl. It's a beautiful day out here, and Holly's eating rocks. Silly dog. Dawn is reinforcing the fence. It's going to be a tin fence, because you see what happens to the wood privacy fence. It doesn't last more than a couple years, but the metal fence works really well and lasts a long time. So that's what he's working on today. And look, posts. There's a post for you guys. I'm a post lover. I love posts. But anyways, today is Saturday. It's 2 days post-op from my right eye cataract removal. So far so good. Still having some blurry vision due to the dilation of the eyelid, and the eyeball, and swelling. So it'll be blurry for another day or so, probably. Hopefully it'll be gone by then. There's the big king copper. What you doing, boy? And I'm not doing a whole lot, just to fix breakfast. Bacon, eggs, raisin toast, and gravy. So I'm not doing a whole lot. Gotta go pick up some groceries. And I'm just ordered them and gonna let them put them in the trunk of the car because I can't really lift anything heavy yet. Can't do any bending over for at least 2 weeks. It's really hard to do that one. You have to squat, and that's pretty hard on your knees to squat, but I've been doing it. Sometimes I forget about the bending over and I catch myself bending over. I'm like, oh no. It can cause all kinds of problems, bending over. Puts pressure on your eyes. Oh, here's another chicken coop that Don is working on. It's turned up, so it doesn't look like a chicken coop, but when it's laying down, you see the box down there at the bottom is actually where they're gonna go inside and lay their eggs. And the rest, it's an unusual shape, and I kind of like it. They'll love it. Chickens don't care. They only spend the day in it, and then they come out in the evenings. But he's working on that. He's got so many things going that he's working on. And I'm bringing a piece of watermelon to the girls out here. Our dogs love watermelon, and our chickens definitely love watermelon. So I'm gonna throw them a piece. So tomorrow is Easter, y'all. Can you believe it? This year has just flown by. Here it is, April already. Things are moving at lightning speed. Keep up with the things that are going on in the world today, guys. We are definitely in the last days, and prophecies are coming to pass. It's amazing. We're the chosen generation to go through this. Anyway, have a blessed Easter, and I will talk to you soon. And enjoy your Saturday, and hopefully the weather where you are and life where you are is good. I'm praying for all of you, and I keep you in my thoughts. God bless.